What is going on, guys? Vesikk here, showing you a look at the Halo Reach game on the Xbox One. So as you can see, I'm actually on the Xbox One, bringing up the whole scoreboard and all that. Not the scoreboard, like the game. Loading the game on Xbox One is different to a 360. So on Xbox 360, you would have to go to the dashboard, like you'd boot up the Xbox or go to the dashboard and then you click play game. On this, what you do is you just put in the game. So to install a game like Halo Reach, you just put in Halo Reach. You'll say it'll have like a 7.3 gigabyte download. It'll download the game to your Xbox One, and then it uses the game as verification just to make sure you actually have the game. So when you actually download the game, you just press Halo Reach if you have the game in your console, like the disc in your console. When you press play, it will load up as if the Xbox 360 is loading up, so like if it's turning on, and then it'll skip the whole Xbox dashboard and it'll go straight to the game. As you can see, I was just testing, well, just showing you that I'm playing Halo Reach on the Xbox One, so you don't think I'm using the Xbox 360 with HDMI in, because the Xbox One has HDMI out and HDMI in. Coming on to the game now, I was playing this at about 6:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time or whatever, and there's only about 10,000 players on. Earlier this morning there was not 10,000, there was 22,000. So this game is still quite active. As you'll see, I'll just quickly boot up a Team Slayer match. I'm just going to quickly show you. I think it'll be up soon. As you can see, if you hold the start button and the back button on the Xbox One controller, it'll bring up the Xbox guide. So you can start parties, but it'll do nothing really. You can see who's on. You can do everything pretty much, just like the Xbox 360, which is pretty neat. So you can still see I'm still on the Xbox One, but I'm actually just emulating the 360. And that's where the problem comes in. Xbox One, the emulation isn't that great. And what I mean by this is, the Xbox One, I've read reports that it's only using one core for the 360 emulation. So, and one core on the Xbox One isn't that great compared to the 360's core. But because the Xbox One has more cores, it can divide the workload between all the cores. And I think they have like 8 cores, maybe 6 cores. I think it's 8 cores. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm finding a match, but once you're in the match is where it's a whole different story. So as I was saying, the Xbox One or the Xbox 360 is on one core on the Xbox One for the emulation, and so the frame rate isn't that great. And while I'm disappointed that the frame rate isn't that great, they have decided to you can notice the difference in the graphics a little bit. It's not completely different, but you can notice it. So I'm just going through all the stats, showing you pretty much my Halo Reach stats, 21,000 kills and all that. And yeah, so the game is taking a little while to load. I wasn't sure if it was connection problems, because Xbox Live and PlayStation Network's currently getting DDoSed. So I wasn't sure if it was Xbox Live problems or the map was really slow to load. But it does take its time. So while it's taking its time, you can either skip forward or you could still listen, as I'll just talk about the emulation. So as I was reading reports, the emulation is on one core, as I said, which means that all the other cores the Xbox is using for its operating system. So the Xbox One has 3 operating systems, I believe. It has Xbox One, it has Windows 10, back then it was Windows 8, and it has another one, and I forgot what it was. I think it was Skype, but yeah, I'm not sure. I know there's 3 operating systems, but I'm not sure. But yeah, so it's using most of the cores for the other operations, for the other apps and OSs. So not many cores can be used for the emulation. So we're pretty much lucky enough to have this capability on the Xbox One. So even though it's not great at this moment, it is going to get better. So as the game is loading, you'll notice that it's exactly the same as Halo Reach, but once it loads, this is hopefully you might see a difference. So I'm not sure if the recording, as I just quickly mute this, sorry about that, Skype's going off. I'll just quickly close Skype. So I'm not sure if you can notice, but the frame rate is really choppy, and this problem is because of what people have been saying is Microsoft decided to use vesikk, which basically means the frame rate's supposed to be smooth, like there's not supposed to be choppy frames, which I don't think anyone cares about for an Xbox 360 game. Like, if we could have decent frame rate and not being choppy, I'm pretty sure everyone would be happy. So choppy frame rate is quite annoying because there have been tests of the game on the 360. It was running at 30 FPS, and on this game it is running anywhere between 30 and as low as 10. Like, if you go split screen, some people have reported they've experienced 10 to 15 FPS while playing split screen, and it's impossible to play multiplayer. So at this stage, I'd advise not to play split screen multiplayer of Halo Reach on the Xbox One. If you do want to do split screen, by all means, use your 360 if you still have it. The Xbox 360 was designed, this game was designed for the Xbox 360, not the Xbox One. We're pretty much lucky to have this game on the Xbox One to make pretty much the whole Halo collection on one console while we're still waiting for Halo Wars. But some people can say Halo Wars wasn't really part of the Halo timeline as such, like the Halo story. So some people have that opinion, but having all the Halo games, including Halo Wars, on the Xbox One would make a lot of Xbox fans happy. And when I mean by like all the Halo games, we've already got Master Chief Collection, so that is Halo 1 to 4 plus ODST. So don't expect actual, like, those Halos to be emulated on the Xbox One. Pretty much you can expect, well, this game is already emulated on the Xbox One as you're seeing right now, but you can also expect Halo Wars. And then that brings on to my second topic, is with the Xbox One emulation and a lot of people loving retro games, as seen on RuneScape, everyone was really happy about the old retro games. When old school RuneScape came out, everyone was happy. They loved old school RuneScape. Everyone almost hated RS3. Are people wanting like old Xbox One, like the original Xbox games, to be made on the Xbox 360? Because we all know that the Xbox 360 can run Xbox original games, so I'm not sure if people might eventually be like, yo, Microsoft, can we have the original Xbox games? The problem with that is it's not up to Microsoft to say yes or no to a game. It's up to the developer. So most of those developers, like, not most, but like a few of those developers who made the original Xbox games have actually gone out of business. Like, they've closed due to probably like reasons that they won't disclose. But that, like, Microsoft is happy to bring out 360 games to the Xbox One. It's just the developer's choice. So I know a lot of people are now wanting Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 1. At this stage, Black Ops 1 is actually on the list for games to be to be emulated or backwards compatibility on the Xbox One, which is going to be fun because I'm sure most people will say that any COD game after Black Ops 2 was pretty bad. It's just changed for the worse. In my opinion, any COD game after Black Ops 2 has just not been the same. My favourite COD game being Modern Warfare 2. That was the one I played multiplayer on first. So that's the one that I would love to see make a comeback. But Black Ops 1 I'm also happy because I actually played a lot of Black Ops 1 when it originally was out. So when there was the whole double XP weekend events, I actually got a whole prestige. I prestiged, and then I got another prestige in one weekend, or 2 days it was. I think it was like 2 days or 24 hours. I just played the crap out of that game. It was such a good game because it was different. Treyarch, that's the thing. Infinity Ward make really good Modern Warfare games, as seen in COD 4, Modern Warfare, and Modern Warfare 2. But really anything like COD Ghost, that was a major letdown, and I'm sure most people will say that was the worst COD in the series. Treyarch are pretty much amazing at making COD games. World at War and the Black Ops series were amazing CODs, especially Zombies. That was a pretty good innovation into the COD series, and that's pretty much what keeps COD alive, is just those little things, those little changes, or just different game modes. So I hope you've enjoyed this gameplay. I know it's a different type of gameplay that I normally do. So if you do enjoy this gameplay and want to see more, then just like this video. If you dislike it, then dislike. If you want, subscribe as well. Tell as many people as you can, and hopefully we can spread this video around so people don't start hating on Xbox One's emulation because it's not perfect at launch. And that's the problem. It's not perfect. It's just been launched. It was launched yesterday, so you can't expect it to be perfect. Any game is not perfect at launch. Look at Halo 5, for instance. Halo Master Chief Collection, that was not perfect, but that was still a great game. GTA 5, a great game, and it wasn't even perfect at launch. So I've gotten 13 for 3, and that's in a game that I went pretty terrible. Like, the frame rate was unbearable, but it might not seem in this video, but trust me, the frame rate is quite terrible. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. As I said before, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.